Go
Okay.
ahead. There we go.
Okay,
All
so
right.
we opened it.
All right.
Very good. So welcome. Today is, let's see, Wednesday, May 20th, 2020. It is the check-in of the Board of County Commissioners. We currently have two commissioners present, Commissioner Schrader and Commissioner Savas. And again, this is just an opportunity for me to give some quick updates of what's happened since you last met yesterday. And then if you have any questions or comments or updates you'd like to give to each other, these are quick 30-minute check-ins.
Okay.
Would you like to wait a minute or two for another commissioner, or would you like to go ahead, commissioners?
I think they'd be on, don't you, Paul, right now? I mean,
I would agree.
yeah.
Okay.
Just go ahead.
Right, so we'll go ahead. So my two updates for you are, as you know, we submitted to the Governor of Oregon, Clackamas County's Phase 1 reopening application. It was acknowledged as received this morning by the governor's staff to me, and commissioners, you were copied. I see on the governor's website, at the top of the website says we haven't submitted, and the bottom of the website says in review. But I can confirm the application has been received by the governor's office. It's being reviewed by the Oregon Health Authority first, and they will make a recommendation to Governor Brown. We have asked our staff to check in with the governor's staff to find out any indication of a timeline when we may hear from the governor's office. We have asked that she please notify us here first before there's a media announcement, so that the commissioners will know before it's announced in the media.
Okay.
Not heard back yet from staff on that update, but I've received no word yet. So we're hoping any minute now, probably likely by the end of this week, I hope. But I have, again, no indication at this point when the timeline will be for a decision.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's by the end of the week, so we can get started. So
I got a lot of positive feedback since we did our approval yesterday, but also saw some emails saying phase two. And when I looked on the county, or not the county, but the OHA website, and I want to discuss this tomorrow morning, that they don't have any framework of any data for phase 2. So some of the comments were kind of critical that we weren't prepared, and I think we realized that we didn't get the phase 1 7 prerequisites until very late, not 3 months ago or 2 months ago. So, and same goes for phase 2. So we need to be communicating and be mindful that people are assuming that we have the keys to maybe phase 2 when we really don't, and the governor's got those keys. And maybe we'll know more on Friday but we did hear from the governor that she's going to give phase 1 3 weeks. So the counties that already opened go through a 3-week test period, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 21 days or 3 weeks is the minimum in phase 1.
Right.
but just take it slow and steady is my advice. I mean, like you said, remember what Fauci said, Dr. Fauci, the virus makes its own timeline. So my message to people is just going to be slow and steady. We'll do everything we can to reopen, but we have to be cognizant of people's health. That's kind of how I see this. And I know you agree with me on that. But yeah. I know people are kind of chomping at the bit right now.
Yeah, I got businesses, friends of mine that are calling, people that don't know me. I mean, emailing. Yeah. So they're in dire straits. They're very fearful, and the end of the month is just around the corner, and so they're all trying to get their employees back employed. So it is about the businesses, but it's also what people forget. It's also about the employees.
No, I get that, and one of the things I think that's happening is some of the employers are worried that if they don't, I just read this afternoon, that they're worried about getting sued by employees, actually, if they come back and they get sick and they say, well, no, you didn't follow, the protocols, so it's your fault we got sick. So that's floating out there. And again, this was more of a national page that kind of said that Congress is looking at a way to protect employers, as well as because they don't want any specious allegations made that if they're following the protocols, they're following the protocols. and you can get sick anyway, but they just want some relief from that possibility of getting sued. So.
Yeah, well, spending most of my life as a business owner, if I put myself in their shoes today, I would be nervous about, you know, if one of my employees got COVID or a customer got COVID and it was somehow associated with my business, that I would be concerned. I'd be concerned about infecting other people that are either my family, myself, or other employees or customers. So it's just got those
It's
concerns.
got risks. We just have to be clear it has its risks. You know, so.
All right.
The other question I have, Gary, if I may, my only other comment I have for today is still getting a lot of questions on the boat ramps and the parks opening. And is that going to be tied in to the governor approving, or, you know, I think we need to tell people when, and there's a big holiday weekend coming up. And I think that even ramps up the desire and concerns for our opening of the parks.
Yes, it is. It is not tied to phase 1 reopening. That is a decision for the parks anyway. The county parks or North Clackamas Parks and Rec District, the Board of Commissioners can make. We did discuss this with the board a few weeks ago, where I had recommended, and the board gave a head nod, that we were closing the county parks through the end of May, but that was it. However, that would be Memorial Day weekend, it would still be closed. So if you'd like to revisit that, we can talk about it tomorrow, but I don't know if staff would be prepared to open it up for this weekend. But we had previously discussed closing it through the end of May and then assumedly open it around June 1st. That's where we left it. But I'll talk with Laura Zentner about this and then report back to you.
You know, is it supposed to be good weather over the weekend? If it's like it is today, there won't be much park use. I guess that would be my question. Parks to me are kind of weather dependent. So do we know what the forecast is? And we're going to have nice, warm, sunny weather where people are just going to take off.
It's supposed to be nice on Saturday.
Sunday and Monday.
Kind of decent on Sunday, but Saturday's the best day, and then Monday might rain again. Last I heard.
Well, my weather app just now says sunny, partly cloudy, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Monday is 75 degrees.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, you say they're closed, but if the weather's good, they're going to go out anyway, and there's no way to enforce it. So let's just hope people are keeping distance. That's all.
Let me check with staff on that. I had one other thing to bring up for you, and I emailed you yesterday. There's a draft statement that all 5 commissioners could send to the public, a sort of a letter to the community about the phase 1 reopening plan, as well as encouraging the public to partner with us to do their very best individually to protect themselves during our public health crisis. So we do not have a quorum today, so you can't make a board decision, but if you individually had feedback or comments, I welcome them now, or you can send them to your policy advisor. So we'll have to wait till tomorrow then to approve this if you wish to make a statement like this.
That's fine. I haven't seen anything. I've just been slowly going through my emails. Is the letter in my email now? I mean,
it was sent yesterday at 3:30 p.m. So you know, had a lot going on yesterday. So.
I don't recall much of yesterday, frankly, but that's okay.
So we can revisit it tomorrow, but if you do have comments, you can tell your policy advisor or me individually. We can bring it back.
Okay.
Paul?
Yeah, let me, I did peruse it. I did a quick read on it. And based on my comments earlier, I'm wondering if we can insert some draft language for consideration tomorrow that would speak to the governor's intentional 21-day period before phase 2. And there is no phase 2 data, so we have no information on what's required for phase 2 or a timeline.
So, okay.
Yes, we can do that.
Good addition.
All right. That is all I have for updates. Are there any questions you have, commissioners, or updates you'd like to give to each other?
Well, I was at the EOC today where we had the Chinese American Society gave us a number of masks again. So we talked about it. We had pictures, so you'll probably see that. KGW, I think, was there. So I may be on TV tonight, I'm not sure, but I hope nobody's upset or surprised. And there you go. So I think I sounded like I knew what I was talking about. I don't know.
You do.
Anyway,
Paul, do you have any other updates or questions?
That's all I have.
Okay, well, we'll be mindful of your time. Then we're done for today, and tomorrow at 10 a.m. is your business meeting.
all right. See you then, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.